What's up, guys? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here. We are back with Chapter 11, Capitol Hill, All Collectibles for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, we're going to grab all the normal stuffs that you can see on the left-hand side. We're also going to grab a training manual, assuming that you didn't get it in the earlier level downtown. We're also going to get another weapon called the Trap Mine. So, you might remember this is actually right where we left off. We're going to drop on down and follow Dina out into the street. Then we're going to hang a right into this little corridor in between these apartments. And as we get through this little section here, we're going to hang a hard right or a U-turn and go in apartment number 3. Inside, just next to the couch, is going to be a drawer. Pop it open and grab trading card number 1. Now, I do want to remind you guys, we do have quick links down below in the video description. As we go to the kitchen and pop open the drawer and grab one weapon part in the back, there are some scenes that have been slightly removed or shortened, if you will. And we have sped this video up ever so slightly to kind of help us get through this a little bit quicker. Now, out of apartment number 3, we're going to head off and over to the right, then an immediate left, and then back to the right inside apartment number 6. We're in the back side of the bathroom here. We're actually going to pop open a couple drawers and find nothing. But in the bathroom behind us is going to be a couple of supplements. So grab those guys right quick. Thank you very much. And then we'll go ahead and I believe we turn and head right up the stairs. That's right. There's some blood on the ground, which indicates there's some stuff coming soon. In fact, we get up here. Even if you ping for baddies, you will not find anything up here. However, you do get jumped. So spoiler alert, get your brown pants out because this dude's going to charge you. Now, I actually did a preliminary run where I tried to find all the collectibles before I went and collected them because this was a pretty big level. And both times that I fought this guy, he pinned me into the corner up against that dresser and the wall there. I'm not sure why, but it did, and it was very problematic for me. But I eventually got out of it, and look at that. We've got some supplements that we got to grab here, and I'm not sure. There was a little bit of a conversation happening there, and you notice it was a little glitchy? That wasn't an edit. That was the actual game. So we'll go into the bathroom. We'll swoop open this drawer here, and inside we got some supplements. There we go. Finally got them. Now, over on the drawer, or the dresser over by the window, is going to be 3 more weapon parts. Turn right around, and on the bed, we're going to find our very first artifact. It's from Chevy Chase. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. No, I'm just kidding. I love Chevy. I love all the National Lampoon stuff. I even love Community, which is one of his more recent and last endeavors. But all right, we are all good here. If you do a quick scan, you'll find that there are plenty of other drawers and things like ammo and such. You're welcome to grab those. However, we are out of here. We're actually going to go right back out the way we came in, except for on the opposite side. This is going to put us out on another main street, and we're going to head over towards the Capitol Hill Hotel. Isn't that what it's called? Capitol Inn Hotel. My bad. The level's called Capitol Hill. Now, we're going to go over to the left-hand side of the apartment, or the hotel complex, and there is an open door. Inside that doorway is going to take us to a bathroom where we find 9 supplements on the ground. Got a 7 and a couple of singlets. We're going to go ahead and jump out the window. Now, this is an optional conversation. These were a big deal in Uncharted 4. In fact, they were labeled as a collectible. So I've been kind of tracking along and grabbing those every opportunity I have because I'm just used to it. This particular case, though, it was not the greatest as it won't let me jump out the window until I am all done with the conversation. So I apologize for that little delay there, but it is what it is. Out one window, down into the next window, we're going to find ourselves in a locked hotel room, and on the floor here, we're going to find trading card number 2. So we're making good ground. We're going to go ahead and actually bust open the door and go right out across the parking lot here. And you can see there is an open doorway up there on that balcony ledge, but we got to figure out a way to get up there. Luckily for us, there is this green garbage can. It's kind of stuck here, and she even says it's stuck. And then Dina suggests, hey, why don't you get it off the curb? Yeah, no kidding. Like, seriously, why don't you get your ass over here and help, girl? Like, what is going down right now? So I struggle. Camera is the worst, but eventually I get it off and I slide it on over there. So I thought about editing part of that out, but it wasn't that bad, and I wanted to see, or wanted you guys to see that I struggled a little bit with it too, assuming you guys might have. Now, up inside the apartment, we're going to go over to the kitchen. In the drawer is going to be artifact number 2. Thank you very much. And we're going to keep on with the keeping on. Into the back side of the apartment here, we're going to find weapon parts. In fact, there's 15 of them. 6 are going to be in the little laundry room here. And then we're going to find a couple of piles, a 5er and a 4er. That's right, a 4er on the bed here, right next to some water. And guess what? Here is that trap mine I was talking about. So now we have a crafting recipe. We can go ahead and build these up if we have the right supplies. Now, before dipping out, make sure you go into the bathroom and swoop up these 3 supplements sitting on the old counter. Now, I don't know about you guys. I've got a little bit of a germ thing. Like, I used to make fun of my wife all the time about it. And keep in mind, too, there is a little bit of a gap between the next collectible, so we do have some quick links for him. But, I make fun of my wife often. And as it turns out, I have a little bit of a germ thing myself where, like, I won't eat food that's like, like leftovers? Delicious. I won't eat any leftovers, though, if they're more than, like, 3 or 4 days old. Like, I just have this weird, like, expiration date thing in my head. And, same with those supplements. All those things just sitting on open counters. Like, look how gross that bathroom counter was. And we just swooped it up. And the intention is to eat them. Gross. All right, use the old garbage can to get over that fence with the blue tarp over the top of it. Make your way over here to what appears to be some sort of it's like a dry cleaners. There are a whole bunch of guys. In fact, there are 6 guys in this location. As you saw, I did remove the battle scene. Why did I do that? Well, mainly because I didn't want you to see how terrible I am at combat in this game. But besides that, I wanted to go ahead and speed things up a wee bit. Now, as you get a little bit further up to this gas station, there are going to be another 6 to 8 guys in here. So I cleared them all out and then just made the run here. But yes, inside on the, I guess the automotive garage side is going to be a workbench. So we got that one. Now, we could have done some stuffs, but we opted to wait till the end, and we will get a trophy for manipulating some stuff. Now, don't forget to grab the 14 weapon parts just sitting over here to your left. So if you are interested in doing some upgrades, you might find that those parts are going to become useful. As we keep on with the keeping on, as we like to say, we're going to go ahead and make our way into the bathroom here. As we sneak in here, we got some more supplements. I hope there's some hand sanitizer nearby somewhere. I don't know, the sanitizer might actually eat through the old gel caps. Now, as you can see, there's tons of dead bodies. I'm going to go ahead and pilfer some of this ammo. Thank you very much. Again, there are 6 to 8 guys here as well. So there's a total of about 12 to 14 guys in this area. Now, there's some more inside this blue door across the street from the gas station inside the old bookstore. We actually had, I think there was 1 or 2 that was kind of part of that whole gas station encounter. But there's a couple of clickers and a runner, or a clicker and a couple of runners in there. We'll get to them in a second. Inside here, though, behind the old cash register next to the sink in the back area of the bookstore is going to be an artifact. Now, here is a possible training manual spawn. Now, if you guys remember downtown, there was kind of this complicated situation where maybe if you pre-ordered, it was there or it wasn't there. Just make sure you follow along. There are more training manuals than you actually need for the trophy. So just keep following along and make note of them as we find them, and you should be good. Now, technically, you should have the stealth one, which is the one that you should get here. But we got that one already. So we got one that was supposed to be in downtown for pre-ordering. You guys may have too. And then we found the stealth one because we'd pre-ordered and got the first one. See, it's so confusing. I don't know why Naughty Dog did it this way, but anyways, inside the room, take out that first clicker, and before advancing, you're going to want to take note of the old trading card on the old, what is this here? Some sort of a chest? Treasure? All right, we'll go ahead and grab that up. It's Dr. Stem. Now, we got 2 runners. Which way you handle them is up to you. We'll go ahead and grab the guy in the bathroom first. Shiv, shiv, shiv. All right. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Now, on the counter here, there are 3 supplements as well, so swoop those up before making your way on out of here. And, of course, we do have that one other runner in the hallway here. We'll go ahead and grab him quickly and quietly, and good night. All right, so we are, well, we're about at the halfway point, actually, as I'm looking at the time, and we've got a fair amount of the collectibles, but we've got a lot more coming up. Now, checking the toilet here. I'm not sure. I don't think I had to drain the tank or anything. I was just making sure there wasn't anything in there, I guess. All right, we are officially broken out of the bookstore. We're actually going to go out and around and then down the street here. As we keep on with the keeping on, there's a big brick building. There's a little park area there, which you could sneak through. We're going to go right over here, and as we come around this brick building corner here, you can see there are some more bad guys. So we went ahead and took all of them out. In fact, they go all the way down into this little convenience store. In fact, you can see we're basically on the roof of it, and you can even drop down in through the roof right there. I suggest not going that route, though, as there are some baddies in there, and it'll drop you right in the middle of them. So this way you have a little bit more choice on how you errati the baddies. And in our case, we're going to drop down, and there's one right here to our hard left. As you can see, there is already an indication that we have some weapon parts in here, but I want to go ahead and stress that it is actually quite a bit further in here. Now, why did I not take all of these guys out? Well, they were kind of here and part of the whole process. In fact, I didn't feel like I should come through here and sneak and take off. I wanted you guys to see this, basically. And it's not one of those situations where combat is going to take over. You basically just got to sneak through. And I figured it might even help you guys navigate all of these baddies without having to, you know, queue a whole, like, encounter, right? Like, avoiding getting attacked is pretty important in this game. Silence is a big factor. All right, so as we get all the way to the back of this area here, we notice that there are some lockers right there. That was actually our intent. As it turns out, though, there is some weapon parts on the shelf just to the right of it. So I go to swoop that ammo up, and I actually grabbed the weapon parts instead. So there's an 8-piece there. Go ahead and swoop those up, and then open up all the lockers and pilfer anything and everything in sight, including trading card number 4. Now, before dipping out of here, we do have some supplementage we want to grab, and it's actually down here. Nope. Wrong way, Brian. Yep, there we go. It's actually behind the counters out front, so we got to make our way to the right. I'm going to do a scan here, and I'm going to see it's way over there by the old cash registers. Think of like a supermarket and how everything is in the back, and then to get out, you have to come to the pay aisles, and you pay on your way out. That's basically what's going down here. So swoop those 9 supplements up before making your way on out of here. And I think there's some ammo and some alcohol and stuff like that floating around. It's up to you if you guys want to grab it. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. No, psych. We're actually going to go out and go towards the Meridian Bank over here. And we're going to go into the back right side and crouch behind this wall where we notice that there are, I think there's about 9 guys, 7, 8, 9 guys, somewhere in there. And not to be confused with 5 guys, burgers, and fries. It's actually 9 guys with no fries. All right, anyways, we took them all out, and there's actually some guys patrolling up top, and I'll kind of point those out when we get there as well, but we're going to go ahead and go into the back of the bank, open the door here, and there is a drawer. Now, that drawer should have been closed. I opened it because I was kind of unsure of where these supplements were after clearing out all the bad guys. Now, across the street there, upstairs, right where I'm looking there in the bagel shop, there are at least 1, if not 2 guys patrolling, so be aware of that when you're trying to take out all the baddies downstairs. We're going to go in through and over to the kind of the juice bar area. You can see it says juice bar on the back wall there. Another drawer that should probably be closed but is open in our case because I was not sure where those supplements were. Swoop those up. Now, there are 22 inside this building with the bagel shop and the juice bar. We grabbed the first 9 downstairs. We're going to go ahead and go all the way up and take a hard right into kind of a small little, I don't know what you want to call this. It's like I guess it's like a copy room. There's a fax machine and a copy, but there's copiers and fax machines all over. So some sort of small office, grab those up in there and make your way all the way across. Again, there could be some bad guys up here, so be aware of that. Grab those final 6 basically on your way out. Now, this is a point of no return, so do not drop down if you have not collected everything we've grabbed so far in the video. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that before you drop down. Because that would be the worst of, like, let's say you didn't grab all those supplements in the building and then, like, you just drop down. You'd have to go back to get those. So it's my understanding, though, too, that there are more supplements scattered throughout than you technically need in order to upgrade to get the trophies. And why haven't we done that yet? Well, we thought it'd be fun to kind of do them all at once. Kind of just like bingo, bango, bongo. You know, as we're playing on the easy mode, it's not providing much of a challenge as far as health goes. Even as far as like the weapon upgrades and stuff, like they're beneficial, sure, don't get me wrong, but I mean the game is pretty easy. I mean the AI is fairly dumb, so A, not so I guess. All right, as you come around this next corner after helping Dina up and she helps you up, we actually find the trap mines set up here, and a clicker runs out and gets got. We're gonna go into that store, and in the back left corner on the shelf next to the ATM is gonna be trading card number 5, the Candelabra. Isn't that, there's a movie called that or something, isn't there? Now, over to the left, there are some more traps, so be careful. This next section has a lot of trappage, and I highly recommend you take it slow. Now, in our case, too, we know that these guys are going to charge us, so we went ahead and used those traps to our advantage, because how else were we going to get through there if we didn't shoot that? Now, do not advance down the hill. You could slide, and that'll take you away, and that would be the worst, because you're going to miss this ladder. and you're not going to get the weapon parts and the artifact that are up at the top of it. So definitely, hopefully you didn't slide down, because that is the worst. You might be able to restart encounter or something like that if you do right away, but it's kind of going to be a close one. Hey, look at that, some doodleage. Anyways, looks like Reese has been here. Oh, I'm just playing. All right, so once you have those weapon parts and that artifact up there, you can go ahead and drop down and slide down the old muddy hill here. Whee! Not so much. It's kind of gross. As we follow the old trail down, it's actually going to guide us kind of over to the right and then back up to the left. And when we do that, once we get to the, kind of the peak of this road here, we're going to find a truck on our right-hand side. It's like a big truck, like a bank truck. There we go. Inside, we're going to find artifact number 5. Easily missed, as you can run right on by him. A couple of other items in there. If you need, swoop them up as well. We're getting pretty close to the end here, peoples. Pat yourselves on the back for sticking with me. And, yeah. I know a lot of people, too, often comment, boy, this guy never shuts up. Just a quick reminder, there is this crazy invention called the mute button. If you like seeing things on screen, but you don't need my flapping yapper to tell you where to go along the way, feel free to hit that mute button. It won't hurt my feelings at all, I promise. All right, there is a rather greasy cutscene there with a horse that has been shot. Dina vomits, and we kind of consult her a little bit and see how things go. And then after a short conversation, we make our way out of there and up to the high right side. Now, be careful here, as there are lots of trap mines. You can see there's a claymore set up with wires right there, and we have to go this way in order to progress. But there's also some collectibles in here, so it's kind of a double whammy. Smash the window, make your way in, avoiding that trap right on the right-hand side. And all the way in on the first corkboard as you make your way through, we're going to find artifact number 6. Thank you very much. Looks like Fran Drescher was here. Over to the left-hand side, there is a nice little office. On the office wall there is going to be workbench number 2. Now, we're going to go ahead and inspect and upgrade our pistol, which we've actually found a couple of workbenches already and upgraded a few attributes. So guess what? That pistol is fully loaded. Haha. And look at that. It's all ready to go. We got the mechanist. It's like forget about it. All right, we are officially out of there. The workbench is over. We're going to sneak out the back through the hole in the wall there. And watch out, another trap right here between the stop sign and the car. We're going to sneak inside to yet another, it looks like some sort of a lamp shop or something, an antique store perhaps. And on the left-hand side of the wall on the shelf is going to be another trading card. Now, you might spend some time looking at some of those books. They're kind of creative and funny. But in the back, there is a door that says employees only. We'll go ahead and ignore that warning. And on the right, in between the soda machines, is going to be another artifact. So swoop that up. And then, of course, keep on with the keep it on. There's a door behind us. Turn around and open that bad boy up. And inside, there should be a crawling Ziesel. Yep, see you later. And a safe. Right next to the safe, though, is going to be some supplements. Swoop them up. And guess what? We have 344 supplements. That is a few. Go ahead and address the safe. Combo is going to be 550133. And guess what? Once you open it, that is going to do it for Capitol Hill Collectibles. Now, there's still a little bit of story left, not much, but we have removed all of that to save you some time and me some time as well to get this next video up and ready for you. So collect anything and everything that does you good in there, and then get ready to take on the next area. So, hey, that's going to wrap it up for The Last of Us Part 2, Capitol Hill, all collectibles. Hopefully you found this video helpful and maybe a wee bit entertaining. Don't forget to smash that like button if either of those two rules apply. And as for me, that is going to do it. As always, until next time, see ya.